This little thing right here in my hands is Paul Gautier's fragrance, The Divine Elixir. Doesn't ring a bell? You are probably far more familiar with these extravagant bottles, but don't you dare to press skip, okay? I know what you're thinking about, but for the last couple of years, something big happened with the brand, and you'll be sorry if you'll miss out on it, alright? Let us jam. Hi, my name's Philip, and yeah, I know what you're thinking about. To be fair, the brand Paul Gautier in fragrantical world has been more associated with Paco Rabanne rather than with Guerlain. Yeah, it's all true. Despite making a very heavyweight statements, fragrantical statements in the early 90s, ever since then the brand wasn't really catching stars. But then, I started listening to the waves. First, the hype was all about the Limals, the men's fragrance with this beautiful torso similar to mine, you know what I mean? People start saying like, oh, it's good. And I was like, what the hell? And then I tried it and it turned out to be amazingly good. And then my wife ordered this little baby and you know what? I take it out. I'm about to spray it and I already sorta, even though I heard a lot of hype, sorta imagined that, yeah, it's gonna be just a standard suffocating blend of vanilla and whatever garbage people do produce these days. I sprayed on the bloater, or she first sprayed it on herself. Can't remember. And then it hit me. Oh. I haven't expected this, and even right now, this isn't my first try. Naturally, that's why I'm recording this. What I get instead of a generic, faceless, your like average lock segment Sephora's woman's fragrance is a beautifully constructed, amazingly well balanced academic work that has vanilla. Yes, I was just shitting on it, but not because of the vanilla itself. Vanilla is a great component for a fragrance, and of course almost a must to create a beautiful lady fragrance, the evening fragrance, yet it doesn't get well executed often, isn't it? That's why it gets a lot of bad air behind it. But this beauty creates only the best kind of airs you may possibly find. Jesus effing Christ, I can't get enough of it. So, what does it smell like? You get a beautiful, vibrant, I won't even be afraid of to say the word signature opening. This beautiful bourbonish vanilla, yeah, vanilla, but before you skip, it's not your regular vanilla. It is packed, or should I say paired, with beautiful tuberosal opening that is fragrant yet very clean, stripped of any dusty-ish, suffocating-ish particles, leaving just these beautiful white flowerish essence, if you may. Very cosmetic-like, very clean, not overwhelming at all. But the key thing is the counterbalance to the heavy bourbonish vanilla and a bit of even like a patchouli behind it scent. It's the sea particles inside of it. This is what makes it really special. You can easily manage this sweetness of vanilla, of tuberose, of like this coffee, even like coffee-like honey gooiness, because you get sprayed alongside of it with the wave of a fresh, salty seawater that intensifies the scent and at the same time makes it so much more manageable, so much more sniffable. Oh. It's just, it blows my mind away. Like, imagine your salted caramel, which is a caramel with a salt on top of it, right? You get at the same time like this beautiful saltiness that only awakes your hunger and make you want to eat more and make your senses sharper, yet it intensifies the scent of the caramel, right? Same trick works with everything. Vanilla is no exception. So this sea salt sprayed all over these imagine like this vanilla tubes or vanilla sticks. It intensifies the vanilla scent, but at the same time adds a delicious particle of hunger that you crave it. You're not getting tired of it. No, you want to sniff it more, and more. And then only the first layer, and then the story unfolds. The bouquet of tuberose gets addition of a beautiful jasmine flower inside of it that is a very complementary thing to a vanilla naturally. It's hard not to be passionate about it. Pardon my rush of feelings, but what you get initially is this beautiful game of give and pull. When you dance around all of these components, this beautiful formula creates the ambience. It's not just a diffuser scent that you may find in like the cheapest cafeterias. It is a serious, beautiful composition, a work of a French fragrantical school that just makes me want to lean and taste it again and again and again. This is the bloater, but when it comes off the skin of a lady, it's even more breathtaking and head-turning. Amazingly warm, delicious, sensual, sexy scent. But despite like the common association, especially given the bottle, I wouldn't call it vulgar at all. No way. A much more fitting word would be seducing. This is a very seducing composition, very sexy, very date-like, very intriguing. This is a honey, my ladies and men. We are a bees who come to harvest it, or bees do produce it, and we harvest dust particles from the flowers. Jesus Christ, My biology knowledge is extremely low, but my fragrantical knowledge is impeccable. So you better trust my humble and beautiful opinion. It is a potent drug, a legal drug, my ladies. And when I say it's a signature kind of a smell, I don't throw this word through this and that fragrance. There's nothing bad about being generic, but this scent have a face. This beautiful blend of salty-ish, bourbonish vanilla mixed with the jasmine, a bit of lemon zest to make it even fresher, give you this deep, satisfactory feeling of being immersed in some sexy, if you may, dream that you wouldn't want to wake up from. It's that good. It's that good. How did it happen, you may say? What happened to the Paul Gautier's fragrances? So I went to Fragrantica, I went to check out who is the nose behind this beauty, who's the nose behind the Le Mals, and it's all leads to the same culprit. Imagine that we are in a detective novel. It is the quintessential perfumer, our one and only Quentin Bisch. They couldn't bet on a better horse to restart their whole line. This man, if anyone knows the fragrances, it's him. If you don't know anything about perfumers, there's a lot of them gracing us with their presence, but Quentin Bisch is a rock star in this world, and he just doesn't miss. He created a shitload of fragrances that you love, both niche and luxe. Okay, it's not a video about that. All I can say is that a master perfumer, the author of dozens of bestseller, man of amazing taste, dude who's carrying this whole beautiful business on his own shoulders and assisted by a bunch of just as adventurous professionals, he greets us with creations like this. This beautiful reinstallment, this beautiful revival of Gautier line should be studied. Blazingly good. Such a nice, well-built scent. I'm in awe. Now let's talk characteristics, because as expected from a fragrance with Elixir in its name, it is a strong girl. Sillage is rich, vibrant, and hits you with a force. Projection is high. Everybody in the room will know that the seductive queen is here, and your date will be able to follow you blindfolded, which is funny if you want to play, and just very convenient in case of some power outages. Will hit your premium hotel or whatever you're gonna wear this bad boy. This is a weapon. And this scent will stay on your skin for hours, on your hair for a couple hours more, and on your clothes for days to come, to the point it may be a bit overwhelming. Really, even one wash didn't scrape it off completely from my wife's shirt, which is something to be noted, right? And it is a bang for your buck. This is what I want from Elixir. Since we dived in this marketing rabbit hole when everybody already fed up with perfumes and people need something stronger, well, be nice and deliver us something strong, blazingly strong. And Paul Gautier's Divine Elixir is exactly that. But not only the strength, the sillage, everything is important. We don't want it to be on us for hours to come if it doesn't hold up its formula well. So what about the stability? It is actually very, very good. Quentin Bish, as I said, the hand behind it. So did you expect it to be a dirty mess by the end? Bish, please. Pun intended. One sec. So the structure is pretty solid. Granted, I won't be promising you empty words because this is an objective review. You won't get this seaside salt on you for as long as vanilla will keep blasting. It will fade away. In like an hour or two, the main rain will be inside of the vanilla hand, ylang ylang hand, tuberose hand, but the jasmine will always stay and persist. You won't feel any bit of zest of lemon after 1 hour, and this coffee-like intriguing trail also vanishes. Yet the way he manages the vanilla in its fragrance leaves its signature-like scent for hours to come. Throughout the whole pardon me, lifespan of the fragrance, it doesn't smell dirty, it doesn't smell cheap, it doesn't smell annoying. All the hours will smell exactly like Paul Gautier Elixir, Divine Elixir, which is something to be noted because the way they played with vanilla, making it the main accord, holds up the whole face of the fragrance so well that even when the top layers and the base will inevitably crumble, it still feels as exactly this fragrances, a very, very good quality, and actually not something you met with vanilla-based scents so often, especially with this price. Now, a word about aesthetics and packaging. I know package is a bit of too extravagant, you would say, but you have to appreciate the fact that it remains borderline vulgar but doesn't cross this line. This whole bottle game of Paul Gautier may be to likes of some and to dislikes of the others, but you have to admit it's a beautiful homage to the whole presentability, the whole style of Paul Gautier's fashion. It meets his vibe extremely well. It sends us to this almost Art Deco-ish era, and something that not every bottle that's trying to be creative annoyingly can brag about. You can hold every single bottle of it nicely in your hand. I mean, what the F is going on? Carolina Herrera's good girl, I'm talking to you. I love your elixir, but this effing high heel is just impossible to click on. So damn annoying. But this lady, imagine if it, like, yeah, this is not a good example. This lady fits your hand like a glove. Small hand, 50 milliliters. Longer, elegant hand, 100, maybe even 200. Okay, 200 is probably fits mine better, but it's a beautiful, ergonomical, and fun bottle. And have you seen the packaging? I mean, nobody has a ridiculously more ridiculous. Let me remind. Nobody have a package more ridiculous than Paul Gautier's fragrances. If you haven't had it before and only saw it on the shelves, like, let me freshen up your mind. This is a big metallic box, as if like a box from your canned beans or something. And a thing that I didn't know before I looked the unpacking online is that it's not a gimmick. It doesn't have some, strings, some buttons to open it up. It's a genuine metal, like full metal box that you need to open with this special kind of a bottle knife, just like your mama was opening the old supplies, with whatever, I don't know, beans, canned tomatoes, all that, right? So you need this thing to crack this baby open. There's no shortcut, which is a good thing. At once, it's like a small disclaimer, it may be a bit annoying if you don't have this knife, and please promise me to be careful if you decide to open it with like some other tools like scissors or, God forbid, an actual knife. Don't wound yourself up. Get yourself this stupid can knife on Temu or on Amazon for like $2 and be done with it. But the beauty of it is that the fact that you know for certain that no one's dirty hands touched your bottle, and it's just a fun experience. I love it so damn much. Once I get my hands on Le Male, and it's gonna be here on this channel, believe me, because I fell in love with it. But sidetracked, you get the experiment, what the F is wrong with me? You get the experience, the fun of it, and this almost weirdly, not grotesque, what is this word? Like strange disbalance between this rugged metallic can, and this elegant women's torso inside of it. It's so weird, but this is what I like about it. It's emotion provoking. It is a great gift, either for yourself or for your loved one or for your lady if the boys are watching. Because right now, with the current state of Quentin Bish's work at Paul Gautier, along with this fun experience and this ridiculous, very cool bottle, you also get the amazingly well-structured, expansive kind of a scent. It is a huge win-win. The longevity, the structure, the quality, the face of it, the recognizability of it, because once you'll try it, you will recognize it instantly on anyone else. The sillage, the projection, the bottle, the packaging, all of these emotions are packed behind this Elixir kind of a label for the divine fragrance, and will cost you $200 for 100 milliliters. But even this is not the final price, because trust me on this. This is Paul Gautier we're talking about. It's not Chanel, it's not some like high-end brand that never goes on discount. This is not Byredo. So unless you are very, very impatient, please wait for discounts. I was double checking the price right now before recording, and like on my local network of the fragrance in Poland, it was costing about $130 instead of $200 for 100 milliliters. And I promise to you, it will go on discounts again and again and again. Holidays, random splurges, anytime you are at the duty-free airport, wait for a discount. Believe me, you won't wait long. So even setting it at a price point of $200, it's a bit unfair. Realistically, you will always get it for at least $150, and for this amount of money, it is a steal. Oh yeah, the seasons. I haven't talked about it, and it's important. This beautiful, strong, salty-ish, bourbonish vanilla isn't your day-to-day summer morning package, okay? Okay. It is a strong baby, very warm, very delicious, very enveloping scent. Perfect for a colder weather, perfect for a rainy weather. It is a fall, winter, early spring's king. But if you really, really want to smell like a sexy goddess, even when it's July outside, wait for the evening. Don't be way too generous with spraying this out. I bet just two, one on your forearm, one just below your beautiful hairline, will do more than enough of a trick, because it is a fair warning to the people who use not just this, but generally speaking, strong vanilla fragrances, and you will end up in the taxi, in the elevator, like any cramped space. It may get a bit nauseous, so you've been warned. Spray carefully. Sensuality is at maximum, so it's definitely an evening scent, a treat yourself scent, a date with the girls or with the beautiful man scent. Yet, can you rock it to the office? To, I don't know, morning chores? I don't know. Probably. You can do whatever the hell you want. You will, like, I can't tell that there is a bad time to smell sexy, unless your boyfriend has a very strict Korean mother who respects clean, dignified essence of a lady. If that's the case, you better go with Chanel No. 5 low, to be frank. But when you're trying to impress and to turn heads, this is your girl. Final thoughts. What can I say aside the things that's been said? I freaking love it, and I'm so thankful that my wife ordered it, because I can't believe I could just skip it. I could just sleep on it, and I believe high chances are you've been sleeping on this too ever since it's been released, which was a year ago if you watch it in 2026. It was born in 2025 and it changed the Paul Gautier's women's fragrances game for good. Blazingly good. Longevity is incredible. Sillage is stunning. Price is, oh my god, you know what I mean? And the quality of a scent, the sexiness of a scent, if you are in the market for at least one, no, scratch that, let me say differently. You have to have at least one sexy, sensual fragrance. This is your beautiful, sexy lingerie kind of a scent. At least one should be on your shelf, and I see no reasons why it shouldn't be Paul Gautier, because not a lot of people gonna have it. It's sort of an underdog. It smells amazingly good. It's a beautiful take on vanilla that other brands haven't really catched upon inside of the luxe segment. For the same price, amidst the much more generic fragrances, this is, I would say, something to be, to be different, if you may. Something that will highlight you amidst the crowd, and isn't it a good thing? Beautiful, brilliant work, extremely well executed, not vulgar but sexy, strong and sweet, but at the same time not suffocating, not nausea causing like, unless you will spray it all over yourself, which I highly don't recommend. We are talking about vanilla elixir kind of a scent, okay? Be careful. But if you are treating it with a rational moderation, it's just a beautiful scent that you cannot get enough of. Spending evenings with my wife while she's wearing it been such a delight. I'm not get bored of it hours and hours throughout our time together. I just look for another reason to lean closer to her and be like, oh my god, what is it? Is it Paul Gautier? This is what I wish for you. So do me a favor, go to the nearest Sephora or whatever the hell you have at your country as a main supplier of all these beautiful bottles and give it a shot. On the bloater, on your skin, for the price. Side note, this baby was cost about $20. $20 for 15 milliliters. Beautiful way to get acquainted with this fragrance. My wife bought it blindly and she haven't regretted it since. And I will take it upon myself. I will take the beating to be brave enough to recommend you to do the same if you unfortunately don't have an opportunity to try it out at any local store. If things that I described to you appeal to you, believe me, it will be a hit, not a miss. Jesus Christ, this dance of vanilla and salt behind it just dance with me, and I don't want to stop spinning. You know what I mean? I hope you do. And that's that. What are your thoughts on this fragrance? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know. I'm so damn curious. Give me a like, give me a sub if it's not big of a deal for you, so I could spoil my wife with much more fragrances like this, spoil myself with more fragrances, and spoil you with more reviews. Win-win for any one of us. I just want to be rich, you know? Don't we all? Thank you for watching. Wear good fragrances, smile kindly, dress well, and I'll see you soon.